Hey, you guys. Marnie Vio here with Bushy Rose Blooms, and today I'm so excited to do this video. It's my dad's birthday. He's 74. We caretake him. He has dementia, which has been an amazing journey, good and bad. And the good thing is he has enjoyed watching me grow with my new flower business, and he himself has been obsessed with flowers. So I went out and foraged some things on my walk today. Not sure what I'm gonna create, but I bought these beautiful sunflowers at my local farmer flower stand. I love it. You can just drive up and put money in their box. So that's how, I always tell you, that's how I design. I just, whatever flower speaks to me, I go from there. I haven't designed a lot with sunflowers, so just watch me. I'm gonna use this video as more of a inspiration for encouraging you guys to get creative, even if it's with flowers. It's so healing. I try to do something every day with flowers. So I'm just gonna talk as I start creating. Hopefully I can do both. So I'm gonna set these over here. This is gonna be Dad's bouquet. I also forged some jasmine vine. So I'm gonna just strip some of these leaves. I'm gonna make a little grid. I don't really like to use foam unless I have to. I don't like the way it feels. I don't like inhaling it. And I really don't like taping off my vases. I feel like it limits me. It's like, I don't know, it's weird. So I usually like to use some sort of stick vine, or I do like to use chicken wire. So anyway, so I should have put some flower food in here. I didn't. That's okay. I did a blog yesterday on my website. It's just bushyrose.com. And I was talking about, I'm just trying to been getting real of what I'm passionate about, and I have been for a long time. Since I got a lot of my coaching certificates and I became a life coach. I feel like I've been a life coach for so many years because I've been a hairdresser. I'm sorry, I have construction going on. Every time I want to film a video, it's something. So I love working with women that are middle-aged, that are specifically feeling like they're going through a midlife crisis. And it does hit women like in their 40s and their 50s. So my blog post, I kind of went off a little bit on different subjects because I was talking about, you know, going after our dreams, what it was like when we were graduating high school and we had all these dreams, or even like when we were a child, because I teach a lot and share a lot for us to tap into our inner child. So I think it's so important. So I've been dreaming a lot and thinking a lot about like what I loved to do when I was a child. And I was always really creative. I said that I loved Pippi Longstocking. I don't know if you guys know who she is, but she was so brave and fierce. And I just remember going, gosh, I want to be like her when I grow up. And she was always like alone and traveled alone, and had a farm and animals and a horse. And yeah, so I wanted to be just like her when I grew up. I also loved Little House on the Prairie and wanted to be like married with tons of kids and have a farm. And so I kind of started off in my blog post like, does life ever turn out how we expect? And having a teenager, it's funny because I see how she thinks, you know, life hasn't kind of beaten her up too much yet, right? Even though she was my foster child and I adopted her, she has gone through a lot. And she's so resilient. But, you know, now that I've had her for years and years, it's just kind of like, I want to take off a gap year, Mom, and go travel. I'm like, huh? How are you going to do that? Where are you going to get the money for that? And then it made me think about, I went to a National Charity League graduation for these girls, and when they all got up and gave their little speech of what they wanted to do when they got out in the real world, it was travel the world. And my mind went a little negative, and I thought, yeah, we all said that. Look where we all are at. And I was sitting at a table with a lot of women and the vice president, and I said, did we all say the same thing? And we all laughed and said, yeah. And I said, and did we all travel the world? They're like, no. So anyway, I got negative for a second, and then I was like, they're good girls. I hope they go after their dreams. I hope life doesn't get in the way. I was like thinking in my mind, don't get knocked up like I did at 17. My traveling plans went out the window. So anyway, I'm so passionate about, we're all going to grow older, but to tap in when we're 40 and 50 and we're going through this so-called midlife crisis, women feel like they're not enough and men feel trapped. And that can be a really bad combination. And we all know it if we're living it. So I am very passionate about helping women that feel like they're not enough and they are, hold on. And, oh, I had to get more goodies. And women that feel lost, women that feel invisible in life. Because it's not a fun way to be. And we all have this fire inside of us. Even that it stems from childhood, our dreams, our goals, our plans. And I want to help women, encourage them to tap into some of that inner childness, learn to be selfish and start taking care of ourselves with self-care. Some of that way can be starting to get creative. I always say flowers helped heal my soul. That was so broken. And yeah, I've been going through it too. I've been going through a journey of change through my 40s and 50s. And now going, what the heck am I going to do? Well, 2 years ago, I found flowers. And change is scary. Starting a new career is scary. So I'm also here to help women not be afraid of change and starting their own career, right? Or new career. So anyway, I was talking about that in my blog post. Go read it to get into more detail. But, this midlife crisis thing is real. I talk to so many women that just do feel invisible, not worthy enough. Whoop! Sorry, I'm throwing flowers at y'all. And being a life coach and a florist, I want to combine the both to help women. So one way you can start is to book a flower workshop with me and work with the beauty of flowers and how they help you. I mean, look at this. I found this on the side of the road today. Status. I forage a lot out in the neighborhood. I go to like fields that are overgrown. I ask neighbors. So I'm just kind of creating a little, for my dad, a little wildness. I always create kind of organic garden style. I forged all this stuff today. This was in this field, this magnolia. Holy cow, look at that. I finally found a wild, like a magnolia tree that was overgrown. This one's kind of having a curve that way, so stick it that way. And I always just try to make my bouquet or an arrangement just look like a little wild plant. So I think that's enough. I know my dad loves these guys, and look at the purple and orange. So I'm gonna plug it right down into that grid, and it holds it in place. I want to try to shove this one a little lower so it's at a different plane. So I don't know if you can see that, right? All right, I snatched 3. I'll give them all to Dad. So I just, you know, if you're going through this feeling in life, I just want you to know you're not alone. My friend, oh, and what got me on this whole kick was the new series on Netflix called The Verge. Like, are we all on a verge of a breakdown? And it's hilarious. It's real life, and I made my mom watch it, and it's just like women our age raising their kids in this crazy world. Gosh, look at this stock. Hopefully you can still see me. And it just made me think about women going through this time, and it made me realize, like, this is what I'm passionate about. So I just am gonna do 3 and 3, and you guys, I'm just gonna put in some more fillers and make it nice and full. But that's it for today. Again, just wanted to inspire you to get creative. In my blog post, I ask a question, and it's like, you know, are you okay? Do you feel like you're enough? Do you feel like you're not invisible? And if you're not, not that it's your fault, but I kind of said I think it is your fault, because we have to take charge of our happiness. I have a friend that does everything for everybody. She'll just break down and start crying like, no one appreciates me. And I'm like, whose fault is this? Self-care is important. You need to go get a pedicure. You know, she's a close friend. So I say, your toes look terrible. Go get a massage. Self-care doesn't have to be that. I mean, I can just take a hot bath with candles. I can go walk on the beach. I can read a book. I can lay and meditate. I do things on a regular basis, especially when I feel like I'm getting depleted and I'm getting drained. I'm an introvert. People would be like, no way you are an introvert, but I am. Like, my soul is an introvert. And when I'm doing too much peopling and I'm out in public, it drains me and I can feel it. So I have to go in to my hibernation chambers, which I call my bedroom, and just chill and get away from everybody. You know, I'm constantly around my parents who I caretake, my teenager, I have tenants, it just sometimes gets exhausting. So self-care to me is literally, you have to put on that oxygen mask. We've all heard it a million times before you can take care of somebody else, because if you're not taking care of yourself, what good are you? So I hope I encourage you. I have a great program that's so affordable. It's called Imagine to Ignite. We will work with some flowers, and it will just help. You need a little push. Sometimes we need a little push. You need a little fire under your ass. And so this is a great program for that. And I've helped women that are, you know, middle-aged, starts 40, 50, and up to 70. I meet 70-year-olds that are like, what the heck? I feel so lost. I don't know technology. I have to have my kids do everything for me. And they've just spent their lives like raising their kids and looking after their man, and their man just, you know, they complain and says, my man just sits on the couch all day long, drinks his beer and watches football. And they're just like, so I tell my mother this, go out and get a hobby, go serve other people. I'm going to be doing a big flower workshop pretty soon at the homeless, the humanity showers. It's for the homeless, and they love it. So I am here to help. I hope you check out my program, reach out. Thank you for watching me. It's a new journey. I'm doing it afraid. I was born to do this. All right, and you are too. You are enough and you matter. Bye.